Okay, everybody, let's head out to our first location. Clap your hands on 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, see, that drum makes you want to dance just with the tone alone. Well, I want to introduce you before we play the whole drum kit. Here is the tom drum here. That's the bottom note on some drums. In some countries, that note alone plays different rhythms. Matter of fact, they might not even have a whole drum kit. But without the drum kit, some countries play a rhythm that's called samba, and it goes like this. 1, 2, ready. And that's the only thing that they play. Samba, samba, samba. I think you're hearing it now. Who's shaking those shoulders up? Who's clapping those hands? Now sing. Samba, samba, samba. As you can tell, now I have playing 2 tom drums on top of the set. Oh wow, we're gonna put this all together. This is a little 8-inch little tom drum, which is fabulous. Kind of a high pitch for me, because when you play drums, you want them to sing. Now, here's also, I had added another little drum, which really is a piccolo snare drum, but instead of turning the clutch up as a snare drum, remember this? So now I have 2 snare drums, but I can make this one of the lowest tom by turning the clutch down. Remember this exercise? We'll get back to that a little bit later. Now, when I put all of these drums together, I can actually create a nice rhythm and work with the melody. Because why? Count how many drums I have here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? By the way, clap your hands 1 time. 1 time. 2 times. 3 times. 4 times. 4 times. 4 times. See, that will even turn into a rhythm right there. Well, get ready. Now I'm going to put them all together and see what rhythm I can come up with 4 drums. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Welcome back. As you can see now, we're introducing a 5th drum to our whole set, which is called what? The floor drum. This one you use with your what? Your foot. Now you hear that? Who can clap that rhythm? can't hear you. I can't hear you. Very good. Now I'm going to put the floor drum together with the 4 other drums and see what rhythm we come up with. Wow, before they even had a drum kit, can you imagine everyone played parts on a drum set? For instance, one person alone played the kick. One person alone played the snare drum. One person played the tom. So really, the whole drum kit did not come together until 1909. Michael Ludwig. Wow, if your dad has a Ludwig drum in the garage, then that was the first drum that was really created in 1909. Well then, guess what? I have something, a trick question I want to ask you. What's missing out of this whole drum set? 1, 2, 3. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, guess what? I was wondering if you found out what was missing on the drum kit. Was it another drum? No. Was it another snare? No. Was it another snare? Was it a... No. What is missing on the drum set? Well, I think you were right. Cymbals. We have yet to put the cymbals on the drum set. All drum sets have different types of cymbals for different types of music. Well, today, let's see what we're going to come up with. As you can see, in one of my hands, I have a very large cymbal, which is called the ride cymbal. Very, very special cymbal in terms of part of the drum set. Every drum set has a ride cymbal. And also, every drum set has a hi-hat. So this is the top of the, no, not that hi-hat. This is not an earring. This is the top of a hi-hat that goes on a stand. So stay tuned with me. As you can see, now I have cymbals up. 2 cymbals here. I have a ride and I have a crash cymbal. The ride? Why did they call it a ride, Jane? Because on a ride, you hear ride a lot in jazz, rock and roll, country, bebop. And that's what a ride sounds like. Also, it has a bell. Love to play the bell as well. Now, on the other side, I have a crash. The crash is normally a higher pitch. Wow, that's to let you know that the music is getting ready to turn around in a circle. Or sometimes, let's see what it sounds like if I play like a ride on that. And that's the crash right there. Now, as you can see, over here, I have my hi-hat. Hi-hat? My hi-hat, which I use my other foot, my left foot, to make it go up and down. So, let's see what it sounds like if I'm playing the ride and the hi-hat. Or the crash. Or the crash, or the hi-hat. Asian music, hot soup. I think I need hot soup. I think I need hot soup. I think you're shaking those shoulders. Welcome back. Now I'm going to actually put some extra cymbals for my own personal color on the drum set. Wow, if you notice, now I added two other little cymbals on the big cymbals here. I kind of use that as just a personal accent. It's kind of like another color that I have. Wow, that's a nice little splash. These are called splashes. And sometimes you see the splashes on different cymbals. But James, today, Teacher James has his on top of his ride and his crash. Let's see what it sounds like when I put it together. As you notice, with the drum set, you can change the whole texture of the sound, the rhythm, the feel of the drum by what types of sticks that you use. Well, I was using those wooden sticks, as you can tell, when we were playing the Samba rhythms and the Cajun rhythms there, the New Orleans rhythms. Now, I'm going to switch to, they're called fiberglass bamboo sticks, which actually have a totally different texture. And if you notice the rubber bands that I have there, if I move them up and down, that will also change the texture of the drum. Now, let's go through our fiberglass drums. Let's leave them up like this. Let's see what we get. Whoa, they almost try to sound like sticks there, but they're fiberglass. They're supposed to be softened, not rock and roll sticks. So let me try to pull them down a little bit and see how soft we can get that music to sound. Now that's how they should sound. Swing. Now these sticks you hear a lot in jazz. Smooth jazz, soft and warm. One, two. Now put your hands in the air just like this. And move them side to side just like this. This song is called the Soca More. Do you wanna ride? Do you wanna ride? Here we go. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Now, if you're at home in the kitchen, you can practice on your lap and your foot. But what I'll do is I'll demonstrate it for you on the drum kit, the snare drum and the floor drum, the kick. Okay? Here we go. And I forgot to tell you, Teacher James always wants you to go slow, okay? You can always go fast. Stop at Starbucks. Oh, no, excuse me. Here we go. And sometimes, just to remind me of my muscle memory that I'm using my foot, I also kind of accent with the sticks too. This helps you remember rhythms by doing it consistently, over and over, but very slow, okay? Now, let me do it really slow. That's just with one hand. Now, also work, that was my right hand, work on your left hand as well. Now, we're doing those over and over. One day, you're going to laugh because you're going to be practicing and you're going to realize, oh, wow, I got the whole rudiment Teacher James was talking about. Now, can I also ask your mom and dad to help you because you're going to be the metronome. Mom, dad, always be a metronome for them. That way, the hi-hat is the time of the drum. So the hi-hat lets the whole band know this is the timekeeper. So mom, if you can be sure and dad and clap your hands along with their rhythm, that helps them to feel and see and hear that rhythm. Okay, here we go. Now that's the time to keep right there. Okay, now remember, when you practice, that's why I'm saying you always need time. If your mom and dad can help you out, that's awesome. Here we go. Mama, daddy, baby. Mama, daddy. Oh, thank you so much, and I'll see you again. Remember, the cymbals is what helps the drum set sings. Without the cymbals, it's hard to hear those accents in the music. Remember, all different types of cymbals, the ride, the crash, the splashes, and most of all, what keeps the time? The hi-hat. And I forgot to tell you, even the hi-hat has a secret sound. As you heard that sound, listen to this underneath. cymbals. Welcome back. I hope you understood how a drum set is put together and makes all those percussion beautiful sounds. Well, don't forget, everything you do is good, and I hope to see you at the next class. Clap your hands 1 time, clap your hands 2 times, clap your hands 3 times, and remember, music is always around you. Just open your ears and be a good listener. Shh, shh. Cha, cha, cha. Remember, the cymbals is what helps the drum set sings. Without the cymbals, it's hard to hear those accents in the music. All different types of cymbals, the ride, the crash, the splashes, and most of all, what keeps the time? The hi-hat. And I forgot to tell you, even the hi-hat has a secret sound. As you heard that sound, listen to this underneath. Cymbals. Learning about how to play a drum kit. Well, remember, recycle. You can always use your kitchen utensils and put out the pots and the pans. And remember, if you did not see our bucket class, make sure you go back to YouTube channel, House of Samba Kids, and pull up one of the episodes if you missed it. Thank you. We'll see you again. Here's a little baby tambourine here. Now, this is what I'm gonna do. I want you to hear the different parts. Now, this is a Brazilian rhythm. First, I'm gonna play one part on the snare. Then I'm gonna play a part on the little tambourine. And then I am gonna try to add the kick in. So that's gonna be 3 sounds. Here we go. Now, at home, I want you to play the other part, which sounds like a galloping horse. Or you could sing the melody. La, 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 la. When you put all of those parts together, that's what samba rhythm sound like. Remember, you are the star at the House of Samba. Ashe, ashe, fanga, alafia, ashe.